Hello Pioneers, in the last episode of our Satisfactory series we optimized aluminum production and tackled power demands. Today we take on our first advanced component, supercomputers. With high-speed connectors and computers in demand, our supply chain faces massive strain. We'll trace the production bottlenecks and rebuild key areas to handle the new complexity. Let's get started. So between last episode and this episode, I've just been doing a little bit of hunting around my immediate vicinity. There was quite a few summer sloop around our radio tower. Within this ring that it showed, I think it showed like 7 or something like that. I tried to hunt them all down. I found more than 7, but I picked up some outside the radio tower. Basically, I just ran around with my object scanner and just collected whatever summer sloop was in vicinity. But we've got quite a few to work with now, so we're gonna go have a play around with it. We also picked up a lot of power slugs and Mercer spheres along the way, just a couple of Mercer spheres, but quite a lot of power slugs. So we've got all of that now, and we're going to start this episode off by unlocking some research in the MAM and trying out this power augmenter thing. On top of Summer Sloop, the power augmenter also does require the SAM fluctuator, which should be being stored over here somewhere. This is where we're bringing the SAM in, and it's being processed into SAM fluctuators. Got quite a few now. Grab a stack. Now it costs 10 Summer Sloop to build one of these things, and they sound pretty awesome. Let's see if they work the way they describe in practice though. So I've got 12 Summer Sloop and 3 Mercer spheres. So we've got this alien power augmenter. It says it generates power based on the total amount on the attached power grid. So how does this work? Do I just shove it anywhere on the power grid? Let's slap one down and see. Why does it have an input and output? Oh, this thing is huge. And loud. So it can connect to something, and then, so if I connect it to the power grid, what does it do? Power boost by 880 megawatts. Circuit boost 10%. Static power 500 megawatts. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it just boosts the power of my grid. And it, oh, look at this animation. So it's just drawing power out of the Summer Sloop. Amazing. And is that just permanent or what? Like, I don't know. I don't really understand. And why does it have an input and an output? Like, what's the input and the output for? What do I input into this? Do I put SAM fluctuator into here? That's the most obvious thing I can think of. You can connect the belt into it. Do I put these in? No? What do I put into it? Why does it have an output? Wait, did it have an output or just an input? I don't understand. It just lets me, it doesn't even have like an entry or anything in. Do I put more Summer Sloop into it? I'm scared to put my last 2 Summer Sloop into it because I feel like it'll just eat them. But anyway, let's go put this somewhere on our grid and then we'll just monitor it, I guess. It's pretty massive, so I don't really think it fits sort of anywhere here. Maybe we'll just shove it on the roof for now. I have no idea where to put this thing. Yeah, it's just got one input for some reason. I have no idea. It's meant to attach to a grid. What am I meant to do? Throw more Summer Sloop in there? Seems like it, doesn't it? It very much seems like it wants me to throw more Summer Sloop in there. Does it run out of Summer Sloop eventually? Or is this just like a permanent thing? I have no idea. We'll have to monitor it and find out, but 800 additional megawatts of power, I will take it. Maybe if I put more Summer Sloop in, it'll get better. But the reason why I don't is because I only have 2 left. And I want to try out the other tech in the alien tech tree, which is the production amplifier. We just need another 50 fluctuators and some circuit boards. Let me see if I can collect those materials. Gonna put some railings over here because OH&S. I believe the circuit boards should be being made on assembler floor 2. I know they're not being stored into a box anywhere, but hopefully enough has backed up. Yeah, there's no circuit boards here. I need 100, don't I? They're going out in 2 directions. One of them's going up into these machines to make computers. Ah, good. We got 200 circuit boards there. Nice. We can steal those. All right, let's get ourselves this production amplifier research.
Production amplifier unlocked. Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology. These buildings can now have a Summer Sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples into explosions into temples. The spin sphere woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves which folds into threads which weave the tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. Geez, the alien goes on for quite a while. I'm really worried about Ada constantly chatting with this disembodied alien voice. They seem like they're getting closer and closer. Okay, so we can put a summer sloop in there and it doubles the production output. So keeps that the same, doubles that, and the power quadruples. Oh wow, okay, cool. It works pretty much as I expected. We can reserve that for emergencies. Like, we'll try not to, you know, quadruple the power output, because if you think about it, well, I mean, if you have the resources to deal with it, then you want to just use the resources you have. But then if you need to double the output without doubling your input, then I guess it's good. Maybe it's really good for like high-end materials. Like if you say you want to make one of these phase 4 components and they're super expensive to make and they require like heavy modular frames, it'll probably be good to shove a summer sloop in there to get free double output. And we can go hunt down more summer sloop as we explore the map. But for now, it's time to get to work. Now our hub tier 7 is pretty much done. We can unlock hazmat suits whenever we can go be bothered making another 50 gas filters. Everything else here is not a problem at all. 3 inventory slots actually sounds pretty nice. But anyway, we're working on tier 8. We want to unlock this stuff, and to unlock this stuff we need radio control units. Nuclear power needs supercomputers. So I think we're going to go and try to make those 2 items, and the keyword here being try. So a radio control unit is made in a manufacturer. And so is a supercomputer, in fact. It requires aluminum casing, crystal oscillator, and computer. Okay, and what does a supercomputer require while we're at it? Supercomputer requires AI limiter, high-speed connector, plastic, and computer. So realistically, we should be bringing the aluminum from that side over this side and doing all that over here. But our factory is getting pretty tall. See, this is where it's kind of a little bit awkward, right? One, our factory is getting pretty tall, and we can keep adding levels to it, not a problem. Like, we've got a manufacturing floor up the top. Let's just go check our manufacturing floor, how much of it is taken up. So on our manufacturing floor, we've got 7 rows of manufacturers. They're all being used to make random stuff at the moment. This is space elevator components, and then we've got our high-speed connectors here. We've got, I think, 1 spare row of manufacturers. Now, out of these 2, which one makes more sense to make here? This one requires aluminum casing. This supercomputer, it makes more sense to make here because it doesn't even use any sort of aluminum product. So let's just route in the stuff for the supercomputer first, since we've already got a spare row of manufacturers here. So we'll designate this one. We're making a supercomputer. That's a crazy looking supercomputer. So one of these machines can make 1.875. Let's see what the requirements are one at a time. All right, let's start with the computers, 7.5 per minute. Wow, demanding. I have no doubt I'm going to have to heavily increase the entire factory by a lot. But we'll see what we can do for now. The computers are being made downstairs. At the moment, we're using the quartz computer recipe, I believe, but we also have the option to switch to the crystal computer recipe if we want to. But the quartz computer recipe is okay at the moment. So at the moment, we have 2 machines clocked to 50%, and we're making 2.5 computers. We need 7.5, plus some extra for storage and other things. Well, the ACUs are using up 2. Okay, so we want 7.5. Well, wait, let me write it down. This whole episode just might be dedicated to getting an output of 7.5 computers per minute, because that's absolutely ridiculous. So to get 7.5 computers plus 2, that's 9.5. Each one of these can make, at 100%, 3.3. Is that right? It's a weird number. So basically 3 machines can make 10, or like 9.9999. And then we'll have half a computer per minute available for storage. That's our goal now. Okay, that doesn't sound too unachievable. Let's see what that involves. We'll chuck down another assembler array. This is also an annoying thing because I've modified the way my assemblers work, haven't I? Did I? Oh, this is the old assembler array. I don't know if the new assembler pattern I've done is compatible with the old one, but we'll modify it as we need to. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we're dismantling this old one, and we'll have to redo the inputs. I'll just remember that they come over from there somewhere. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I changed the way the inputs and outputs work for this stuff, because if you look at the pattern of our factory, we build stuff, we send stuff upwards, it gets processed, and then we send the output even further up. Therefore, it makes a lot more sense for us to set up our assemblers in such a way that the inputs are coming from the second level and the outputs are going out the third level, rather than what I had before. But what that does mean is I have to redo any assembler block that I've already done to make it compatible. But that's fine. We need to double up anyway. We got to set 2 of these to 50%. Not sure what I'm doing here. Why I put down a manufacturer. Okay, so now we've got 4 assemblers making Crystal Computer. Got to link up the inputs and outputs and clock 2 of these down to 50%. Okay, that should be the equivalent of 3 assemblers. Now we just got to link the inputs and outputs. Got to hook up the power again. Alright, I was flying around on my jetpack before, but we actually want our hover pack again for building. Alright, hook that back up to wall power, and now they're back online. We've got to get their inputs back in. Now, is this one of the items? Yes, coming from this wall. Now, it's going to be a little bit awkward now because everything is coming out at the wrong level. So we want this to come down 1 level. There's one of our 2 inputs. Maybe use a straight belt. Now I've got to find the circuit boards. Was already coming on the 2nd level. Fantastic. Okay, so this belt should be going somewhere else. Alright, now we've got circuit boards flowing in and crystal oscillators slowly flowing in. We've got to go do the downstream impact of all of that. So we've got 3 machines and they're producing 10. 2 are going to be used for that. 7.5 they're going to be used for supercomputers. We've got to hook in the output again. And the output is coming annoyingly here. Might have to like redo this whole thing. Oh, it's a smart splitter as well. Let me see how it was configured. Overflow is coming out to the left, which is that one. Let me redo that. Is it these 2 that it's going into? I'm so confused. But yeah, I think it's these 2. Overflow out the left, and that should start working again, right? These are making computers very slowly. Fantastic. I don't need all these crystal oscillators on me, so they can go back into the machines, as can the circuit boards. Fantastic. Alright. Now, we got to do the downstream impact of all of that. So with 3 machines, what do we need? We're going to need 7.5 circuit boards per minute. Wait, is this a half one? Let's not look at a half one. Let's look at a full machine. 5. So 3 machines, we're going to need 15 circuit boards. Let's go down and fix the circuit boards next. Here's where the circuit boards are being made. Let's have a look at the volumes. So we need 15. We're producing 15 at the moment. Oh, we didn't even write what's going into the computers right now. We need another 8. Each one makes 7.5. So to get a surplus of circuit boards, we need like 2 more machines. Let's try to build to that. Fun. Upgrading these assembler machines that are completely incompatible. I don't know if I want to do all this. Oh, I probably should. Is there any point? Because all my stuff is coming out on the wrong level. I didn't think about the fact that I might need to go backwards, upgrade all of this. We should, because I guess going forward, it's all going to be screwed up. All right, I'm going to fix this real quick, and then I'll be back to talk about it. All right, we've doubled it up. So now we're producing 30 circuit board. And with 23.75 used up, we should have 6.25 available. Well, we're not storing anywhere, so it's just in excess. But to support all that, we're going to need to worry about this stuff. So worry about plastic in a sec. Let's go deal with copper sheet first. We need 60 now instead of 30. So let's go down and see what we're producing. I also think I want to put exits on every single level now. Just because I have a hover pack and it makes it easier to get out. So I might put a little pillar doorway on every single level. We've got to keep our factory both aesthetic and functional. Now I can get in and out from the middle level on every single floor. I'm sure some of them will be blocked by lifts and stuff, but we'll worry about that one day. Be a future problem to solve. Why is this place missing a door, a wall? Now, where are my copper sheets being produced? This is copper wire. It's actually being produced on the floor above, isn't it? Here we are. So we've written down that we're using 30 for circuits. So if we use 60 for circuits, we have -20 available. That's not going to be good. 60 plus, that's 25 plus 10, that's 40, 100. So yeah, we'll be down -20. So we need to double up our copper sheet production. Double up, or we just need to make another 20 more. Each one makes 10. So we need another 2 more machines. Oh man. And my entire constructor arrays are all changed as well. I might not update all these constructor arrays because that's going to be such a big pain to do. I might actually keep the old blueprint then. Let me go fix that up. I just called this one the constructor 4x old for our old factory, but we will keep the new design for future developments. We've run into a critical issue with our upgrades, which is backwards compatibility. It's definitely not there. So at the moment we have 8 machines producing 80. We're going to upgrade it to 12 machines producing 120, I guess. Is this in line? Why is it not giving me the lining up line? Alright, we should just be able to hook that up. Copy these settings across. Hook in that power. And we should be good. And off they go. Now 120 is this a Mark II belt? It's a Mark III belt. 120 is way more than enough for a Mark III belt. So we've got this to 120. And now we should be +20 again on copper sheets. Okay, that's one of them down. We've got to go check out the other material for it. Gonna add a little gate over here. So we're good on the copper sheets. The plastic is going to be an issue. Because for 4 machines, we're going to need 120 plastic. I think we're only producing 100 plastic. I guess let's head over to our oil thing and see how we can expand on the plastic manufacturing. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we can handle it. All right, to start with, I've just come over and I've upgraded the main crude oil pipeline to Mark II because we're definitely going to need Mark II. Currently, our 5 rubber makers and our 5 plastic refineries are consuming a full Mark I belt. Plastic takes 30 crude oil per minute, rubber takes 30 as well, so 10 machines, 300, but we've doubled that up to 600 now, so we should be able to support another 10 machines. Look at this crazy pipeline. I was scared to fix this pipeline properly because it's our main fuel pipeline. I didn't want to cut the power, so that's why it's all insane at the moment. But this is being supported by this thing, which is only producing 300, so we need to double that up. Now, there's crude oil around here. Because when we scouted this location, we picked an area where there's like more crude oil than just these two. It's a little bit far, 200 meters away. So let's just go over there and scout it out. I'm sure there's some monsters guarding it and stuff. But we'll claim that extra crude oil now that we need it. Any more? So there's one pile here. It's pure. And another source here. There's 2 pure sources. So really we only need this one, but that's fine. Let's get an extractor going. Oh, we should get some foundation going, shouldn't we? Get it straight out. We might run it at this height so that we don't have to use pumps and stuff. That way it can go across and down. And it's nice. It gives full clearance right above these old oil extractors. So we can bring the pipe across and then like make it fall down and then join this pipe somehow. We'll figure it out. We'll start off with an oil extractor, face it this way, I don't know. That seems to be fine. Now, how much does this extract? 240. Just a little bit under. Luckily, we brought some power shards with us. No, we didn't. I had like 60 power shards in storage. Lucky for me, there is a power slug right here. That is a big one. It was hiding. Holy crap, this thing's gonna kill me. Well, that was a little bit scary. Got a little bit ambushed there, but it's fine. We managed to make it out. Grab this power slug. Just make a power shard on the fly. We don't need the full 300, but we might as well just set it all up properly while we're here, right? Do everything right the first time, and then you never have to worry. The target production is 300. In fact, we could probably underclock that other one a little bit, but we'll see. Get that pipeline turned. I'm still very iffy about mixing Mark 1 and 2 belt pipes, but we'll see how it works out for us. Now, where's our closest power tower? It's over there. It's just let me do a quick measurement to see if I can actually get power over to this side of the world with one tower. It's gonna run a cable like across my factory, but so be it. Oh, it seems to be okay here. Is that too long? Yeah, it actually is just enough to reach. So we can chuck a power tower around here. We'll hook up that power. Actually, it's alright. It's going upwards. It's not in the way of anything. And then we'll hook up that power over here. And that's activated and extracting crude oil at 300 per minute, sending it down this pipeline and all the way over this side. Now we just need to merge the two pipelines and upgrade what we need to upgrade to Mark II. Let's just clean up this one now while we're here. It doesn't need to be this messy, right? We'll work backwards. Why is this one and this one aligned really weird? Might as well keep it straight where we can, right? We like everything to be a bit straight. Now, what's the cleanest way I can connect it into this thing? This diagonal connection looks like the best that I can do. Because it kind of intercepts here no matter what, right? Or it's going to go through this thing. How annoying. Alright, we'll just get it to do this then. And we'll just extend this platform out. And we'll just get it going under. I think that's probably the cleanest that we're going to get it, given the current infrastructure that we've set up above. Okay, that looks okay. It's going to turn a little bit because these things are not perfectly centered on anything. And we could save some power as well if we change the overclocking of this a bit. Overclocking things to 300% is a little bit crazy, right? So if we use one power shard here to get 240, we can get the other one going at 360. And I think that's perfectly one, right? Yep. So one power shard on that, two power shards on the other one, and we're all sweet. Now we just need to get this pipeline and the other pipeline merged together somehow. Let's figure out how we can do that. So if we get it coming up from here, say around the center. Why is that an invalid pipe shape? That's really weird. Can pipes not go above things? Do I have to do it like this? Very awkward. It hates that. Alright, maybe we should just try getting it going down first. We'll get it to go here. Then we'll get it to turn here, right on the edge. And then we'll get it going down. Surely there's a valid pipe shape in here somewhere. How do I know what that even looks like? What? Is that straight? It looks okay to me. Get it going right in the middle. And we'll use horizontal to vertical. Does that make a very straight vertical pipe? I think that's as straight as we're going to get it. Now we just need to connect it into here. So we need a junction like right here. We'll remove this connection and replace it with a junction. Now let's just get this going into the junction again because I don't trust it. And then we should be able to get it going like that. That's looking reasonable to me. I mean, it's still not clean or pretty. Because we can't get them to turn 90 degrees, which is really annoying. But once these two pipelines are full, because they're both pushing... Oh, wait. That's why we need 300 and 300. Because if we do that, that means this entire pipeline needs to be Mark II. Okay. I see. Alright, let's just upgrade everything to Mark II. Just because... yeah. Not to confuse ourselves. Because this thing's pushing more than 300 now. Alright, that whole segment's been upgraded to Mark II now. So this should be pushing 360. We might need to add some pumps at some point somewhere, but we'll figure that out later. This entire pipeline is... This one doesn't need to be Mark II, but it should be okay. Then this whole thing needs to be upgraded to Mark II over here. Yeah, and I think with that we're good. We should be getting our maxed out stuff over here, and we can now finally add 5 more refineries. We'll just double up the plastic. We'll reserve the rest in case we need it for other stuff. For now, we'll just do 5. There we go. We left plenty of room for expandability, so it's not too hard to do this. Make sure this one's actually straight this time so we don't get weird kinks in our pipe. And then we just add the junctions. Pipe in that delicious crude oil. Now these should all be getting crude oil. We just need to set the recipes and power them up. Alright, there's the power poles. Now we just got to get the power into the poles. Get the poles connected. And just like that, they should all be making plastic. Let's go check on their lights. Fantastic. There we go. There's plastic out. We should be getting... Let's just do a quick maths on the plastic. 10 at 20, that's 200, right? And this belt is a what? Is a Mark II belt, which can only carry 120. So we should upgrade the belt as well while we're here. Mark IV is a bit overkill, but just a future-proof in case we ever want to get to Mark IV one day. Alright, with that Mark IV belt, we should be able to set these things. Oh god, we gotta cut. Actually, we gotta do this in the right order. We need to cut these first. We don't need these. Oh, this support is actually for the pole above it. Supports might get in the way of stuff. Let me see how this actually looks. Get our mergers in. And is this belt gonna look super weird and awkward? Let's have a look. We might have to redo this purple belt, the purple pipe. But first we'll upgrade the rest of the plastic belt to Mark IV. That Mark II belt's gonna struggle a little bit with this volume. Now we need to worry about this heavy oil residue. With 10 machines, that's 100. Over here, 20, that's another 100. So it's 200. Our Mark I pipeline is still fine. But we need to get rid of 200 now. So we've got to go check on these machines. Each one can get rid of 40. So we need 5 of these. Yeah. So how's this piping out? Let's figure that out first. And then we can redo this pipe as well. This is the pipe that sends it back to base. So let me just figure that out. I'm going to get rid of these pumps and stuff as well. Because this is all going to change as well. A lot of logistics to do when you're doing plastic stuff. So we'll do something like that. We'll add in the junctions. We'll hook the outputs in, and then we should be sweet. Now we just got to connect this pipe and this pipe. We'll just get it going up. That's not high enough. We're going to have to use some pipeline supports. Hook that up, and then hook that up, and we should be sweet. It's a little bit diagonal, but should be fine. So some should be sent this way, hopefully. And most of it should be getting processed in here. So we need to process away 200. We have 4 machines doing that at the moment. We need just a 5th machine. We'll hook that in, give that some power. And then we should get more petroleum coke coming out. Get the mergers in. Now, the problem with 5 machines doing petroleum coke is that 5 times 120 is 600 per minute. Fortunately, we do have a Mark V belt. And this is the first practical application of a Mark V belt. It's to delete petroleum coke out of the system. How sad. Worst application of a Mark V belt. But that should handle all of the petroleum coke coming out of all 5 of these machines. That'll handle all the residue, keeping all these plastic manufacturing machines online full time. With that, we've doubled up our plastic, so we can head back to our main base. Back at our main base, we can update our notes now. So we are now producing 200 plastic. 120 of them are being used for circuits, and we have some excess now. Great. We still haven't even finished the first component of our supercomputers yet. That's crazy. I feel like we're like halfway through an episode. I think doing both items in the same episode is going to be a little bit of a stretch. But at least with that, we know we can supply enough circuit boards for this system. The next thing we need to supply is the crystal oscillators, which is 0.833 per minute. And now we have 3 machines, so we need at least 2.5. Crystal oscillators are being produced from above in a manufacturer, isn't it? One of these makes it, I think. Here we go. So currently we're making 2, and computers needed 1.6, but now they need 2.5. We have 2 manufacturers at the moment making this, and they make 1 per minute. So if we just add 1 more, we should be sweet. Okay, so we get the production up to 3, and then we should have 0.5 in excess. Not that I've ever seen any excess crystal oscillators at all, ever. This is the first time we're extending our manufacturing floor, because I don't think a manufacturer fits on this tile. So let's extend that out. Let's chuck down another manufacturer. Hook in the inputs and the outputs. Make sure each of these belts are straight. Make sure the right input is feeding into the right one. These 4 inputs are a little bit confusing. All right. That should get the right output. Let me just set the recipe. So that should get us our 3 crystal oscillators once I connect the power. Now we need to trace back the line of ingredients that make this. So to make the 3, we're going to need all of this stuff. Crystal quartz, cable, and reinforced iron plate. Let's start with reinforced iron plate. So we need 7.5. Should be on assembler floor 1. Should be right here. Oop. So 5 going up to 7.5. Oh, we still got a little bit left. 4.25 left. That's good enough. So we don't need to do anything for reinforced iron plate. Next thing we need is cable. So 14 times 3, 42. Cable should be being made right here. Leaving us with 0.5 cable in excess. I mean, should be fine, I guess. We're technically not in deficit. And lastly, the quartz. 18 times 3, 54 quartz. Yeah, we should be good. We've got 36 left. All right. That is the first component down. That is the upgrade that we needed to get to 7.5 computers per minute. The next thing on our list is the AI limiters. So let's go back up. The AI limiters are being produced and stored over here for now. But we're going to need to change that up real soon. We haven't even written any notes, have we? Or we have written notes. We're producing 5 at the moment, and we need 3.75 for this process. Let's just double check all our numbers. Yep, we had 2 machines producing 5. So for supercomputers, we need 3.75, giving us an excess of 1.25, which is plenty. That's 2 materials down. The next one is high-speed connectors. I think that's just being produced right upstairs over here. So we're producing 3.75 and none of it's being used. 1 machine producing 3.75. We need 5.62. Okay, so we need a second machine. You know the drill. We'll hook in the inputs and the outputs. Set the recipe. Hook up that power. And now we should have doubled our production to 3.75 times 2. Is 7.5. For the supercomputers, we're going to need 5.625. So that leaves us with 1.875, which is more than enough to store in this box. Fantastic. That's... Wait, we're not done yet. I didn't even check that. We actually... Doubling this up means we need more everything. Oh, crap. Back to circuit boards. Oh, my life. Alright, circuit boards is right downstairs. This is going to be never ending, isn't it? So, it was taking 3.75. Now we need another 3.75. Luckily, that's okay. That takes us to 7.5, which gives us 2.5 remaining. Luckily, we extended this more than we needed to before, so we're actually still good on this. But everything else, I fear, is not. So we've doubled this, doubled this. Oh, that extra 37.5 cable requirement. All right, let's go check it out. So now we need double this. We need 75. So we basically need another 4 machines. Is this consuming all of the copper wire at the moment? We're gonna have to go down and have a look at the copper wire situation as well. I've got it written down, but I haven't gotten written down what it's being used for. Actually, we've got heaps of availability on that. Okay, so we can just extend the cable machines by 4, which will give us an extra 60 cable per minute. Why are all these not doing stuff? They're all idle. Wait, these are all on 50%. I'm confused what's going on. Is every machine on 50%? What is going on with my cables? Producing 180. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 machines all clocked at 50%. That's 180. I did that on purpose for some reason. Well, then we can just raise the clock rate on this, right? We just double up the cable production. We don't need to double up the cable production. We just need to raise the clock rate on some of them. If we raise the clock rate on 4 of them, we're getting an extra 60, right? I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing this. That should give us an extra 60. So that's up to 240 now, which gives us an availability of 23. Now we just got to worry about the input. So before we had 12 machines taking 30 each, we've raised 4 of those machines by 30. So we've increased the consumption by 120. Let's go note that down. I don't feel like this note is updated. Let me just double check the whole array then. Yeah. So if we've got 4 machines taking 60, that's 240, right? And if we've got 8 machines at 50%, that's another 240. So we're actually consuming 480 copper wire here. And is this belt even able to support that? Yeah, it is a Mark IV belt, right? Yeah, so it is 480. But we're also splitting this belt off into stators. So let me trace all this and fix it all up. All right, it took a bit of doing because the cables are actually consuming the entire belt of copper wire now. So I've actually just switched around the arrays. This one used to be supplying the reinforced iron plates, but since it's directly below the cable machine, it makes sense for it to just go up, get entirely consumed making cables. So now we're making 240 cables. Then over here, we've redirected this one to half make reinforced iron plates and half make stators, and then send the rest into storage as it used to be doing. So we should be still good on the copper wire end. Now I've completely forgotten what I was even doing. Was it the high-speed connectors? So yeah, we doubled up the high-speed connectors. Now we've got the cable to support it. The quick wire is also going to be an issue because we actually need 420, which is nearly a full Mark IV belt. All right, 420 quick wire. Let's go see what we can do about that. We're actually just a little bit under. 420 plus 100, we need 520 quick wire. Okay, so each one makes 60, and we've got this making a full Mark IV belt for 480. Now we need to extend it beyond that. Is it possible to even double? How much of the Caterium are we using? Each one only uses 12. 12 times 8 is 96. Yeah, we're not using all of it. Can support about 13 machines. So we can add like 4 more machines comfortably. Oh, this infinitely scalable factory. Great idea. Who thought of this? So we should have to add 4 more machines and we should be actually okay. Thank God we have all that extra power to play with that. We didn't, we'd be running out of power about now, doubling everything up. And this is just for supercomputers as well. Alright, the problem with the quick wire is with 12 machines producing 60, that's making 720. And our Mark V belt can carry 780. So that's pretty much the limit of a Mark V belt almost. So only the one that goes up to the roof needs to be Mark V, which is this one. So now we're making 720. Let me just confirm that. So we still have 200 available, thank God. Now we're going to update the notes for the Caterium below. 12 times 12 is 144. And we still have some Caterium left over. About 16. Technically we can make another machine and probably saturate the full Mark V belt, but that's fine. It's doing its job right now, but we do need to push this at Mark V. 420. That's okay to be Mark IV, to be split into the actual machine. And then once it's split, it can become Mark IV again. It doesn't matter, right? As long as it's Mark V going in, we should be sweet. All right, cool. So that's the quick wire done, and that should be everything done. Yeah, quick wire is the last thing. So theoretically, these 2 machines should be producing high-speed connectors at maximum speed all the time. And that should give us enough high-speed connectors for the job. Now, the last thing is plastic. We need 52.5 plastic. Thank God we have enough. Leaving us with 27.5 plastic remaining. Fantastic. All right, we've got everything we need. We just need to route it into the inputs now. I think the only last thing I forgot to trace fully was the steel pipe. Let me just quickly double check that before I go crazy. Oh man, tracing everything back is crazy. So we increased the steel... Wait, sorry, the copper sheet. Why do we need copper sheet? We had to increase the copper sheets at some point, didn't we? Was it for the AI limiters? No. Circuits, I think we doubled it up. So with 120, we need 240 ingots. So let's just go update the ingot notes. Hopefully we have enough. So we're going to 240. We're adding another 80. We actually don't have enough here. 240 is the full production of this thing. why are we only producing 240 when we could be producing 480? Because we haven't doubled it up. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to double this up now. I'll be right back while I do that. I don't think you guys need to see me double this up again. Also, I've never even connected the inputs for the original one, apparently. Or the copper ore is not actually supplying enough. What? Alright, well, I'm going to fix all this and then I'll come back and talk about it. So yeah, looking at the copper ore, so we have two normal miners, one over there and there. This one, and there's one like really far away over there. They're all being piped to base, but we need to merge these two together to supply the full 480 required. This one, remember, we used to be supplying from the old mine, but we switched it over to the new triple mine from over there to get the full 480. So this belt is actually free. It's not actually doing anything. So I'm going to merge this belt with this belt, and we're going to push in a full 480 belt of ore. So we can push it in at Mark 3 because that's 240. Where's that other belt of copper? Yeah, it's running underground, don't really care. But when it comes out, it needs to be at least Mark 4 to go into the actual machine. This thing needs to be upgraded to Mark 4, and then everything along the line needs to be upgraded to Mark 4, and then I need to add another bunch of smelters in. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back when it's done. Yeah, honestly, not too difficult to do. Just added another 8 copper smelters in. We've got a full Mark 4 belt of copper ore going in, but that does tax pretty much all the local resources that we have. So we'll update that to 480. 240 minus 50 means we have 190 left. We actually have a lot of copper left to play with, thankfully. Wait, do we update the number for the copper sheets? Yeah, 240. All right, cool. All right, with that, we should officially have all of the input we require for supercomputers. So let's go upstairs and build them. And you know the saddest part about all this is we're only producing 1.8 supercomputers per minute. Ugh, disgusting. All right, let's get them all in. So the computers were down below. Let me figure out. We're going to do all the routing here properly so that it's like reasonably clean. Unfortunately, the computers are all the way on the other side of the world. So we're going to have to figure out some way to get them up. Are they up here already? Surely they're up here already. So these are the computers. We can split them here somewhere. Let me figure out where. I guess just here is fine. If I split them, it's going to go through so much crap to get up there. All right, so the computers are like the furthest thing away. AI limiters are just below us. Let's do high-speed connectors. I think they're like right here, aren't they? So they're going into a box at the moment, but we need to fix that up because we can't have them storing into a box immediately. We should probably get them stored down below because they are used. Are they used for anything though? Are they a construction material? They are a construction material, so therefore we should treat them like a construction material. They're used for power poles, Mark 3 and stuff. So let's get this all fixed up properly. I'm gonna go empty my inventory and sort all that out. Alright, that wasn't too difficult. I went through all the effort of actually taking them out through a smart splitter over here. So they're getting produced here, they're getting sent into this smart splitter and then out this wall, found a free vertical channel downwards, and then they're going to get sent over here into our manufacturer. So that's one ingredient down. We've also stored high-speed connectors now down here. And we haven't actually stored them yet, but they're going to be stored and they're going to be into a dimensional storage as well, so that when we need to build Mark 3 power poles, we can. Now we just put them in and belt them into storage just like that. And that's another item into storage. Fantastic. Just test that's all working. Yep, all the overflow is now coming out this way. All right, second item. Everything that we need, I think, is already on this level. We just need to cleverly put them in somehow. What is next on the agenda? We need either AI limiters or plastic. Where is either one? There's got to be plastic on this floor somewhere. Plastic is here. Plastic has been brought up to the floor, but it was never used for anything. So that's handy, kind of. Technically, we can just bring it out like this and then ceiling mount it this way. Something here isn't properly centered, I swear. All right. Bring it over here and then ceiling mount it to the center of something like that. Should be reasonably clean. And then we'll bring it in over here somewhere, probably to this one. Doesn't like that because it's too far away, but that's fine. We can just ceiling mount it here somewhere, and then we'll bring it in. Just bring it into the far one for now because I don't know where the rest of the stuff is gonna go. All right, that's 2 materials down. AI limiters will probably do last, but computers is also here somewhere, so we just need to find a reasonably free channel to bring them. I was going to use the ceiling, but that doesn't look very clear. Neither does the other channels. It's all a mess here. Oh my god. Lucky this is the very last item, so I guess we can bring it along this ceiling channel. That makes sense, I guess. It's about as much sense as it's ever going to make. So they're here already. Or should we leave it on this level? So this level is kind of hard to deal with. We can use a mid-level, like in between these two levels. Let's try that. No, that's impossible. I can't raise this half a level. Alright, we'll just use the ceiling level this way. That'll be probably the easiest way to do it. So we put a splitter here, and then we put a thing that goes like that. Then we should be able to belt this messily along this channel, which is the first channel here, like that. And this will be the second, fourth level item that goes in. So like there. Oh, it goes straight in. Nice. I say nice, but it's like clipping through everything. This is just a crazy mess. Look at this crap. Alright, that's 3 in. Last one to go. AI limiters. So we're going to have to store this stuff into a box as well, because AI limiters, again, is used in smart splitters and stuff. So we should store it in a box properly. Let me see how I can do that. Alright, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Let's see what I can do. Alright, let's chuck in a lift that goes that way. Then we will chuck a splitter in. Oh man, the art of bloody factory making at this point is really hard. So I found a free channel to go down. That's this one. And let's see if this one is a convenient channel to go up there. Yeah, lovely. It's free. Although, do we want to do it up this way, or do we want it to go more that way? If we go up here, then it's going to be super mess. Otherwise, we can bring it up across the factory down here. But that's also super mess. Everything is super mess. We can bring it down along the ground floor if we want to be super clean. Nah, screw it. We'll just keep the messiness contained to one level. It's literally the last belt that we're running. So over here, did I make this a smart splitter or a normal splitter? I want this to be a smart splitter. So we'll do one here, one here. This one will go down, this one will go up. So like this, and like that. Now the smart splitter needs to go that one on the right. So the straight one is the overflow. Let's go deal with the stuff down there first. Wait, did I pump that out to the wrong thing? Oh no. What? What? Okay, it is through the right hole. Right, let me set the other thing up first. I don't know why there's like an extra belt here. But let's get rid of it. I think I was like trying to use this for something else before, but then it wasn't necessary. Either that or it somehow just went through the wall. I just wanted to go to the wall hole. Why are you taking it all the way out there? You crazy belt. Scared me for a second. I was like, what have I done? Yes, okay. Now we've got the AI limiters that can go up and down. Let's start with down. So let's get a lift going through here. So this was the free channel to there. And then we need a box. I can chuck all my AI limiters in there now. And then we can box it up. There we go. And we can even give this one into dimensional storage as well, because, I mean, whenever we need to make smart splitters, it'd be nice not to have to carry around AI limiters either. Fantastic. It's all uploading. Why is this one so fast? What? 30 items per minute. Why is it uploading like that's 100 items already? Oh wait, no, sorry, that's the stock. That's the belt thing. This is the upload 9. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, cool. Anyway, enough of my stupidity. I think this game is making me crazy, but we've got the AI limiters going down. Now we need the AI limiters going up. What level do we want it to go up to? I think my last input is on the 3rd level, so I guess we'll just find a free channel on the 3rd level to get that into. We got that one going this way, and then the last thing, yeah, it's on the 3rd level. All right, let's get it. Last item, and we got supercomputers. All right, here they are, the AI limiters. They need to go into this wall. Let's chuck in a wall. Paint it the right color while we're here. Get that going up. Now we've got to find where it is. It's over here. And now it needs to magically go over here somewhere through this like middle crazy channel. All right, that's fine. We can make that happen. This is the right level, isn't it? That's not even the right level. It's like 1, 2, 3, Then 4, I believe, is the right level. Let's test. Yeah. So 4 poles gets the AI limiters to the right level. And then we'll just bring it over on this level as far as it'll go, which is around here. Imagine we were trying to do this without belt clipping. That would be like hard mode. You guys should do a hard mode attempt where nothing is allowed to clip. Build a factory where literally everything is perfectly functional, visually and functionally. That would be the hardest challenge ever. You'd literally have to separate all of your factories. We might do that one day, but that day is not today. All right, let's make sure these AI limiters are coming in. They look like they are, and with that, nothing is happening because this used to be circuit boards and now it needs to be AI limiters. No? You still don't like that? It's definitely coming down. It's just not going into the machine. This is an AI limiter, right? Did I bring the wrong material up? Yeah, it's definitely an AI limiter, and you're asking for AI limiter, and oh, now it's gone. What? So ultimately, to fix it, all I had to do was pull all the items out of the machine. There must have been like one stuck in here or something. I have no idea. But anyway, it's working now, and it's continuously producing, which means we're supplying all the inputs. We've already got 12 supercomputers. We want to store these into a box, and they're like, the thing is, these are going to be used in all the new components. And as you can see, this old factory has pretty much hit its limits. I mean, I can add new floors above here, but I'm thinking we're going to start the new factory over there for all the advanced components. And it gives our factory a more interesting aesthetic as well. It's not just going to be like one factory that's just huge and massive and producing everything. We're going to have a more advanced factory over there with blenders and more crazy stuff going on over there. But with that, we will pretty much just store these into a box because I have a plan on how to get the materials across. We're basically going to pull from these storage boxes into the subfloor. We have to figure out a cool design pattern to do that, but for now, we just got to put it into boxes. So, whoa, what happened here? So we're just going to find a free channel and get it out. And I think I've got a free channel pretty much right here. That looks pretty free to me. So it's going to come out right here. And everything comes out on the second floor, right? So it's going to be this lovely wall right here. I'm going to chuck one of these in, and we're going to give that a carbon steel finish because it is on a window vertical. Then we're just going to, we're going to pipe it in, but it's not going to like this. Actually, I'm okay with this. So there it is, our first supercomputers of the playthrough. They look fantastic and crazy, and we're going to bring them all the way back down into storage. No smart splitting required because at the moment they're not used for anything except for this. Go down one more. We'll make a box for you. We don't need dimensional storage for this new component, I don't think, because nothing I'm building at the moment requires supercomputer. So it'll just sit here with a little belt coming out. Check on the belt in the back. I don't need to count anymore. I can just go up and visually look at if it lines up now. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's do it the other way. Making more bridges. All right, cool. So that's supercomputers into a box, and we need quite a few of them. So you know what we're gonna do? We have one summer sloop and one machine making supercomputers. We can go wabam. What? These manufacturers take 4 summer sloop to double and you get 1.25 multiplier more. How much megawatts did that go up to? 85.9. Is that the normal megawatts of a machine? 55. Oh, disgusting. I don't know why the power doesn't update instantly. But yeah, alright, fine. This takes 4 summer sloop. But, okay, we'll put 1 summer sloop in there and get... I was gonna hope for double the output immediately, but obviously life is not that great. So we're just gonna have to settle with 1.25 times the production multiplier. It's free, I'll take it. We're now making 2.3 supercomputers per minute. It needs a sign. Wait, I already got a sign. What is it normally making? Normally it's making 1.875. I'm just gonna write the normal rate because I don't know if I'm going to keep this thing in there. But for now, since it's not got any other use, I'm just gonna put it in there. I suppose if they gave you infinite summer sloop and you could just pump it into all the machines, it will be a bit OP. Let's have a look at our power usage. We're still good. We're still well within our maximum tolerance, adding that supercomputer configuration in. And now we've got supercomputers. Fantastic. 23, we need quite a few to unlock nuclear power. In fact, we need 50. So we can chuck in some of our other stuff. We need 200 heavy modular frames, which shouldn't be an issue. The only issue is finding which box actually stores heavy modular frame. I'm so unfamiliar with my boxes now. Turn on my flashlight to see which one it is. It's this one. So we need 200 of these. Man, I've been playing for hours and hours and hours, and look how slow the production is. My heavy modular frame box still not even filled up, and we're not even using it to like build anything. Take out 2,000 concrete as well. Our cables as well. Yep, that looks about right. Chuck all that in. Then we're just waiting for our 50 supercomputers, which should take about 25 minutes. Yeah, we're about halfway there. Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll leave it there for this episode. We've done a lot. I was hoping to get the radio control units done as well, but I think we'll leave that next episode because we've pretty much spent an hour increasing all the downstream production to make supercomputers work. But we have got it working and we've got it actually producing at a decent rate, so I'm pretty happy with that. Good progress this episode. We'll leave it there. If you guys don't want to miss out on what's next, don't forget to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.